It's September. You know what that means? We are back for another season of October Showdown.
Let's mount up.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's good to see you. We are excited to get going for another season. A little bit late start this year. Honestly, it's been so hot outside that I haven't really had the motivation to get out there and work in the heat. But we will make do with what we've got. We do have some plans for some new stuff this year, so that's exciting. We have a new building that we're going to work on. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but I think it'll be fun, and we've got some cool ideas for that. We're also going to be building a watering trough with a pump that the kids can play with. And hopefully, several years later, maybe we'll have a functioning haunted photo booth, hopefully. So let's get to it. This is always the worst part. Got all this stuff crammed in here. This does not look like Halloween. Or that. Or that. We got too many strollers. We need to get rid of strollers. If you've never shopped on Amazon Warehouse, I highly recommend it. This is a water pump that we are going to use for this year. And I got it on Warehouse for half the cost that you would normally pay for one of these, just because the box was all ripped up. Now in this case it would have been fine if this thing had some scratches, because we're going to weather it up anyways, but yeah, it's awesome for finding some great deals on there. Some people make wine or beer. I make stain. It's been several years now that I've got this steel wool and vinegar solution going here. It's getting nice and dark. All kinds of stuff in there. You would not want to drink that. That's for sure. I don't know. You might end up with some kind of weird superpower. I don't know. Maybe that's a bonus, but every year I go ahead and add some more vinegar and steel wool and keep on trucking. So we went to Home Depot today to pick up some supplies. This is for our new building here. Got almost everything that we needed. Unfortunately, we were headed down the aisle to pick up these 1x3s over here, and there was a group in front of us that bought nearly all of them in the store. So unfortunately, I still need to get a couple more bundles of those, but this will get us started. Boy, I sure am glad that the price of lumber has gone back down to normal. We most definitely would not be doing this building if they were still crazy high. So I'm glad that that went down, and I'm excited to start building, so we're going to get going on that soon. Unfortunately, I've been running low on our lumber supply. I had all kinds of trim boards and things that we've been collecting over the years, and we've mostly used them up. So I picked up a lot of these cedar fence pickets here. I'm hoping to use these guys for trim, and also I'm going to attempt to build a door. Hope they're going to be a little thin for it, but it was so much more affordable to use these fence pickets versus like regular cedar boards. It's like, you know, a fraction of the cost. So we'll see how it goes, and I think it'll work out fine. So I've gotten a lot of the stuff moved out of the shed already, which is good. This is not everything yet, but these are a lot of the flats. I got stuff over here and stuff over here, the coffin. Got to do some repair. Eventually I'm going to have to redo this Undertaker facade, because this is one of the first ones we made, and every year, like when we're taking it down, we start to lose pieces and I have to repair it. So we'll do repair for another year and see how it goes. So I was very excited to find this on Craigslist. It's about this time each year that I go looking for, see if I can find any new barrels to add to the town. Unfortunately, these things, you know, tend to be really expensive for whatever reason here. A lot of times, like, I'll see them online, and, you know, people want $100 for them or more. And I happened to find these posted from a local brewery, and they were wanting $40 for the barrels, which, you know, that's actually a pretty good deal. So I was interested in that. And then when the guy wrote me back, he had another one too that's not in as good a shape, but it looks pretty good, and he said we could have that one for free. So for $40 we got 2 brand new barrels to add to our town. Well, not new, but we got 2 barrels new to us, and the perfect thing is they're already weathered and looking awesome. So this one's actually in great shape. It's all nice and weathered and looking good. Yeah, this one's cool. It smells like a brewery. Now I want some beer. This is the other barrel that we got, and this is one we got for free. And basically it's just kind of dried out, so the rings are starting to slip, but it's not a big deal. I can just run some screws in on these rings and they'll stay up and it'll work out great. Alright, so I have gotten a good amount of stuff moved out so far. I still have those flats there, a couple over there, all that stuff over there, and of course more stuff over here. I gotta say, I'm always pretty impressed with our Tetris skills from the previous years, that we actually fit all of this in there. It's always kind of amazing to me once we start pulling everything out. Here's all the flats that I've taken out so far. I'm gonna go ahead and get a tarp on these guys soon, because I think we're supposed to get some rain next couple days. So usually I like to just get everything out, get it out of the way, organize, tarp it, and then that way when we're ready to set up, it's out here ready to go. And obviously my kids have been making a fort over here. They always get so excited when we start taking everything out. So they've got their nice little fort going on over here. So I'm glad they're having fun with that. So one of the first things we do each year is plan our layout. We like to switch it up every year, just to kind of make things a little bit more interesting. And it works out well because we are able to kind of move things around and change things up. So the one thing that is kind of set is the blacksmith, the shooting gallery, which is right here. With this line here is our fence line, and there's a gate cut out there. So that's kind of fixed position there. We have to kind of keep it there, but we can move things around. So this year what we're going to do is we're going to have the photo booth building here. This is the bathhouse. And we're going to set the sheriff's office over here. And then down here we're going to do the undertaker. This right here will be a new building that we're adding. And then down here this will probably just be the same as last year, which is where we had our witch shack and cemetery and talking pumpkins. It seemed to work pretty well to have something kind of out of the way over here. And it kind of kept the audio, you could hear it well. Whereas the main soundtrack of the sound, you could hear it a little bit better over here. So I think we'll keep that going the same this year. These little brown flats here are basically just blanks, as we call them. And they're really nice because it gives us flexibility each year to move around. We've got 2 more here. I believe we have 4 total built. But it's just kind of nice because we can kind of move those around each year, and it helps us to bridge some areas of the layout and gives us some more flexibility. Since everybody got a kick out of our projection effects last year, we wanted to go ahead and add something new this year as well. And so I went looking on eBay for projectors to see what I could find, and I came across this one. This is a Panasonic PT-FW430. And what I like to do is look for older projectors on there. I feel like the image quality is better. You can get some cheaper LCD projectors new on Amazon, a lot of times on sale. I think I got one for $40 or $50 last year, and it's fine. It actually works pretty well. It has a video player, it has speakers, but the image quality is just not that great. So depending on what you're trying to do with your projection, it might be fine. But anyway, I found this one, and this one's newer than I typically buy. The other ones I think were maybe from 2008 or something like that. So the inputs are kind of lacking, and I really wanted one that had HDMI in the back and also audio out and all that good stuff to make it a little bit easier, which this one does. And the funny thing is that when it showed up, it was so much bigger than I thought. There's my hand. I pictured this as, my other ones are, like this by like this. So when I opened the box, I was a little surprised, but I gotta say, this thing seems pretty great so far. Let me go ahead and kick it on. The one thing that I think is pretty awesome about this one is it has the ability to shift the lens around easily to adjust the picture. So basically, here's the lens in the front, and there's this little knob here. And what you do is you unscrew it, and then you can move this lens around. Alright, so let me show you here. If I move this knob around, you can see that I am able to move this image around pretty well. I'm thinking that's going to be pretty awesome for the pumpkins that we have, because those ones you're kind of want to like really fine tune it to get it in just the right place, and sometimes that's kind of hard. So you find yourself propping pumpkins up on different things, pieces of wood and stuff like that, trying to get it to the exact right height that you want. So I'm actually thinking this might work out really well for that. Also, I was very impressed with the zoom function on this one. So it can go from this all the way up. Whoops, I'm moving the lens around to that. So that was pretty good too. I was pretty excited to see that. So anyway, yeah, I'm really excited to have this new projector. It has about half the lamp hours left on the unit. I believe it's rated for like 6,000. It has about 3,000. But I did see online that apparently you can take out the lamp, or this chip or something that controls the lamp, and it will actually reset the count, and then it'll keep working. And this one person I saw was saying that he got, they've been tested up to like 15,000 hours. So I don't know if that's true or not, but still it seemed pretty good, considering I paid $90 for this, which seemed like a really good price. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. We are going to be getting to it this weekend, hopefully start building our new facade and see what else we can get into. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.